know, but how can you come off your post?
Are you here to be seen?
Yes. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, but why would you tell me not to video you then? You a public servant, man. You can't tell people that.
Be on TikTok.
Oh no, I'm on YouTube right now. This ain't TikTok.
Have a good day, sir.
YouTube, man. You the boss. So yeah, making sure we got the connections on. Because they wouldn't want to violate my civil rights, would they? I don't think they would like to do that. Because the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, it protects you. So, let's see what this officer, if he's going to say something.
What's going on?
What's up, boss?
You here to be seen?
Yeah, I got a wound, man.
You got what?
A wound.
A wound?
Yeah.
Has the hospital told you about using your cameras in here?
I mean, I'm here on official business, so I should be good to go. I mean, you got your camera on right there.
I do.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
But the problem is they don't want you using your cameras in.
I mean, what they want and what's the law is two different things. So if you want to violate my civil rights, I mean, I'm all with it, bro. I'm lawyered up. Case dismissed. Yeah, I mean, it's 2026. I mean, just do their job. What's the problem? Like, I got a wound, you know. I just want it to be covered up, and I'll go on about my day. I mean, I appreciate the professionalism, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm a streamer, so I have to record everywhere I go, plus my followers and my spiritual practice.
What kind of spiritual practice?
Christianity. You know what I mean? If they want to violate my rights, I mean, I'm all for it, man. You know, they have all rights to refuse, and I have all rights to lawyer up and, you know, do what I got to do. You know, that's it. Yeah. I've been on YouTube for 7 years now, man. You know, I just get information, you know, I observe. And, you know, I love to make connections, make people laugh. You know, I don't cause pain, man. You know, but people, when they see the cameras, they get nervous. Usually when people get nervous, it's because they're doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when they had my picture up there from TikTok, that's another lawsuit because they showing it to the public. You know what I'm saying? They have my picture up there.
They got it from TikTok?
Yeah, because you know how the security does the bolo, the be on the lookout? Because they got me on bolo, all because I'm homeless, and I would come in here, you know, when it would be real cold, and I would get seen, but, you know, sometimes I might take a little nap or whatever in the lobby. So, you know, as a poor homeless man with nowhere to go, they call police and they try to get me locked up and arrested, but the judge throws out the cases because they can obviously see that on the record I came to be seen. So, you know, it was never no discourse.
You either have to try and see if the door is open.
It's a HIPAA law for you to
See, the thing is, I don't work for the hospital, so HIPAA could never violate me.
Yeah, it can.
No, not me. I don't have nothing to do with no HIPAA. I never made a promise to uphold people's information. That's from you guys.
Just like him and myself, we don't want to be filmed, so that is a HIPAA law.
But you are a
And
public
these
servant.
These people here too, they don't want to be
Right.
videoed.
You are a public servant, sir, and I want to say there are cameras
Sir,
in
we
this
ain't gonna go
hospital.
back and forth.
So those
This
cameras
is-
are accessible.
This is the deal, right? You've been permanently trespassed from this hospital.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what are you doing back here?
I just told you guys I got a wound.
Get
You see the blood?
Get the wound treated and then be on your way.
Of course. Of course.
If someone has the door propped open, otherwise you agree to go down. They're not supposed to, but
And that trespass got dismissed too, so I'm suing for that one as well. You know what I mean?
You need to see a doctor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you please put your phone on? I do not consent to you to record.
I don't need your consent.
In the state of North Carolina, you need my consent to record me, so please don't record
I don't need your consent to record in public. I'm here on official business. Can you be professional? You have a mask on.
What's your birthday?
11/16/94.
What's your last name?
Clark. You know, you gotta respect people's rights. This ain't Jim Crow.
Honey, you also
Just
have
because
to
I'm a black man don't mean that I'm trying to hurt
just
y'all or do something
Sir,
negative
I'm
to
just
you.
simply asking you to not to record
But they have
me.
cameras here, so how come they can record you?
Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with you, honey.
Right. Because
What
you
do
know
you
you don't
need-
make sense.
What do you need to be seen for?
I have a wound on my leg.
Okay, when did that start?
Yesterday.
Did you hit it on anything?
It was like a center block.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the Chick-fil-A and you know, I was going to the gym and you know they got like these gardens. So I was walking over it and the brick slipped and you know I fell and the brick fell on my leg. So I'm bleeding. You know, I just want to get that wound treated. You know, I don't want I don't want to go to jail or get arrested because I'm trying to be seen today. You know, I am a streamer, so I do live stream. You know, it's not about trying to destroy anyone. Yo, that's my man. Yo, you know that case got dismissed, the one that y'all detained me in the cafeteria, right? So I got to sue now. I guess he didn't want to
Do you
talk.
have any lacerations, like any cuts?
Yeah,
How big is it, Nina?
probably the size of like my thumb. Yeah. Yo, you been hitting the gym too, dog. Look at those guns, man. Buff public safety right there. Oh, she put her mask on too now. Why y'all hiding for?
Because we don't want to be recorded on your camera, and we asked nicely.
I mean,
not to
I
be
only got
recorded.
21 people watching right now. It ain't
I
going
know, but I
surface.
simply asked. I don't want to be.
It'll
put on
probably
so-
go viral sometime
I
around.
just don't want to be on social media, sir. You follow me.
Well, NYPD loves me. If y'all want to see yourself, I love all y'all beautiful people. You
Have a
know.
seat right there, honey. We'll be in to finish your triage.
All right, cool. Yes, we did it, chat. We here, man. We have the right to record. You know, people working, they making money. They gotta act accordingly. You know, you can't be acting like a baby. You know what I'm saying? We all can't get what we want. You know, this is America. We all suffering. We all struggling. This is my way of, you know, making $1. So why do you want to now try to hunt me down and get me killed and locked up? When I'm doing something positive, I never said nothing wrong until they try to come and destroy my rights as a black man and think we in Jim Crow and telling me I don't belong because I'm streaming. But Mr. Beast and all of these big YouTubers and white people can make millions of dollars off TikTok and IG and social media and nobody will complain. But when a black man does it, it's like no man's land. It's like, yo, you can't do that, man. You know, you playing games, you doing something evil, you disrespecting us. Somehow, some way, they gotta make you a killer, man. They gotta make me a savage. You know, so let's see. Is it cool if I use this bathroom right here? Ma'am? Is it cool if I use this bathroom right here? You giving me permission? I can't use the bathroom? Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah, you can use the bathroom.
Right here?
Yes.
They will play about them HIPAA laws, boy. Them HIPAA got everybody shook. We on fire up in here. It's burning hot. We on fire. I know, but I gotta use something, you know, I gotta try to cause the uproar. You know, doing dumb shit. Oh man. Hey, let me get a turkey sandwich, baby. Turkey and cheese, please. Water with ice. Sugar and spice make everything nice. Yeah. Ah. Y'all ready?
You can go back in there.
Oh, what's going on?
Have a seat, sir.
I haven't seen
off.
you.
You're in violation of HIPAA rules. You've already been served.
Sir?
You missed your court appearance
Sir?
this month. Have a seat.
I didn't miss
Turn
any
off the
court
phones,
appearance. My court
or
appearance
you will
got
be trespassed
dismissed.
now before. Let's
Sir,
go.
I'm here on official
Have a
business.
seat then and quit giving them a hard time.
I'm not giving them a
Thank you
hard
and
time.
have a seat.
Why are you disrespecting me, brother?
You started it. Have a seat.
By
Let them
recording?
turn it off.
You know
We've asked
live
you.
streaming is
You
my
have
job.
been served.
And that case got dismissed.
No, it did not.
Yes,
I
it
was
did.
there. And
That
you
case
didn't
got
show.
dismissed. I could show you right now. I got the
So
paperwork.
listen,
I got the
legal
paperwork
has
on
told
me.
you
I'm here.
you cannot be caught in the
I have a
hospital.
wound. I'm coming to get my wound seen. I'm here on official
want you to be
business.
seen. I
I'm
want
here
you
on
to be
official
seen.
business. This is my job.
But please
How can
do
you tell me
not-
not to do my job, dude?
You're
How
in a
else am I
hospital.
supposed to
I'm asking you to
survive?
respect everyone
I'm
else.
in a room
Yeah, and you're recording
by
staff,
myself.
which is against our
No,
policies.
I'm recording myself. I'm doing my spiritual practice, talking to my believers. Now, if you want to try to impede on that,
I have the officer checking for his warrants now.
I don't have no warrants. I just went to court July 15th. Come in. I'll show you it got dismissed. Come in.
You're disrupting other patients.
I'll show you. I got all my paperwork.
Disrupting other patients.
Trust me, I'm about to get paid off of all of these lawsuits that y'all keep trying to arrest me and keep trying to make me the criminal. I have to make my money too, bro.
All right, nobody's trying to make you a criminal.
Look, it's dismissed. I could show you. I got all my paperwork here. It's dismissed, bro. I have no reason to lie to you, officer.
They don't have a reason to lie to me about the way you're treating them out there either.
Bro, when they try to destroy my rights, yes, I'm gonna fight for my rights, bro. Like my ancestors died for me to have the right to record, bro. Like we went through slavery, we went through all types of stuff. Like how you gonna be mad because the black man figuring out how to make a couple dollars? It ain't that serious. I never once cussed nobody out. You know, I never once attacked no one. I'm being attacked for my religious and my spiritual practices. This is 2026. I just want to note that. And I get that it's all older people that always do this. No young people have any issue with it.
Hey, Mr. Clark. Coming in here, you know what this is going to do every time. It's a hospital. They don't want you recorded at any hospital.
But they're recording. I could see if they were not recording, but they are recording, and
They're
the
not
cameras are public accessible.
No, they're actually not without a warrant or a subpoena from the judge.
But I'm here, so as long as I'm here, I could get the cameras.
No, not without a subpoena from the court. These aren't being broadcast to the world. These are for safety of everyone in the building.
But this is for my safety too.
Do you feel unsafe here?
Yes,
Actually,
sir. Yes, I do. I do.
why are you here?
Because this
You
is
have
the only
other
hospital.
hospitals to go to.
I don't have a car, bro. Like this is what y'all
I
got
understand.
understand.
I understand you don't have a car. I get it.
So
How's
this is
Spoon Line? Are you still there?
no. I don't got no other
Okay.
income. This is the only income I have right now.
You and I have a fine. We're good, but They're calling me, telling me as soon as you walk in the door, you started with them. I don't know what.
Well, I was
wasn't-
outside and the public safety officer, the black guy, came out there telling me he didn't want to be recorded.
Because
And I'm like, I'm outside. I'm not even in the hospital
I
yet.
understand, but you can't be on camera. He was contacting my captain
Yeah.
and making sure, because you have been cited by Gastonia saying you are not allowed to own the property unless you're being seen medically,
Right.
which you are.
Right.
Which I understand, and that's fine. I want you to be seen.
Right.
I do. We don't let anybody record in the hospital.
But that has
it's
to
not.
change.
But it's not ever going to. It's federal law.
You got to understand, times now are not like back then.
I understand.
People have things at their hands, so you can't tell
They-
people how to use their stuff.
You can within a hospital because it can violate HIPAA, not intentionally.
Right.
I'm not saying you would do it intentionally. I'm
Right.
just saying it can.
Right. It can, but
Now-
I have not. All of
now
these
what-
times that I've been here, I have not violated
Now,
nobody's
what you
rights.
can't- Well, they're in the waiting room. You were filming some things with other patients. We're gonna let that go. We were gonna discuss
In the
that in
waiting room?
July. You're on the far side over there, and something took place.
Oh, when the guy was arguing?
And then there was a patient.
But think
involved.
about it. If people start a fight, right? If there's a fight happening, you think people ain't gonna pull out their phones and record it?
I get it.
So how can you
I
restrict
get it.
some but not all? You know what I'm saying? Like,
We can.
but you can't. If a fight breaks out in the lobby, right, and 100 people is out there and people start pulling
No way
out
we
their
can
phones,
regulate that. You're
Right.
absolutely right.
right? So it's not
You're
fair to
absolutely
try
right.
to tell me as somebody who's doing this as a job that I can't do it.
So I get it. You can actually film your healthcare. Okay? You must, according to HIPAA, which is a federal guideline.
Right.
Okay? Get permission from your nursing staff and your doctor. And you're not allowed to record staff, which you've done in the past, which is what brought all these issues about and why people are very hesitant on
I got
dealing with you.
I got you.
It's not that they don't want to, it's the way you go about doing your business.
Right.
Because they are here to help you.
Got you.
I mean, they honestly are. They work in the medical. They're here to help.
Right.
Secondly, you can't film any other medical personnel or anyone in the building without their consent within this private building. You just can't. And not use it for personal gain. Which is what I understand you do TikToks and live streams and all that.
Yeah.
But you can't do that within a private building for personal gain. Does that make sense? In a hospital setting. Now, I don't know about McDonald's. I don't know about anywhere else. I know in the hospital.
Well, this will be my whole thing, right? If that were true, right? If what you're saying is 100% true,
Mm-hmm.
how many nurses, how many doctors, how many patients do you see on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube every day? Across America.
I can't justify those.
Right. So it's
I know
just, it
that.
doesn't make sense why it's being pushed and forced on me as an entity it's people who get millions of views.
I
I
understand.
don't even reach not even a tenth of that. Nobody's gonna see these videos.
I understand that.
So it's like you guys panicking and going crazy because you're nervous because of HIPAA. I get it, but it's like people have went way past. I'm pretty sure there's nurses in this hospital that have TikToks in this hospital that I can find, and it's like, well, how can
I
that?
don't doubt that. I do not.
You know what I'm
doubt
saying? It's just like it's just not fair.
that. But I think it's sometimes the way you go about it.
Right. I caused a scene,
I mean, sometimes.
but you got to think about it. They're not gonna see how we talking nice right here.
Right.
People are not gonna watch that.
It's
They
a hospital that people come to on some of their worst days in their lives, the place to come in here and cause a scene. We got people waiting out in the waiting room that have got a dying loved one back in a room. It's been in a car wreck that was not even their fault. And they're out here suffering and crying and waiting to figure out what's happening to them, but yet somebody wants to come in and get some views. And I get it. I understand how all that social media works.
Right.
I understand how you get sponsors. I understand how you get people to buy merch. And I understand all that.
Right.
I watch it. I see it. Is this really the right place to do that?
No.
This can be some of the some of their worst days of their lives.
I would say no, but then I would say, where is the right place? Because that can be anywhere. You could go anywhere and somebody could be having a tough time, but
you know a hospital's a place where people are having a bad time. They don't come here because they're getting free slushies.
But this is my thing. I don't have nowhere to go. So
Right.
this is where I come for shelter. When it's 90
But
degrees
this
and
is
I'm
private.
dying.
But when you're not a patient after the fact, that's trespassing. You've already been trespassed.
Right.
You know this.
Well, this is my whole thing. When I try to leave, y'all detain me. So it's not like y'all saying leave the property after I got seen and I'm not leaving or I'm refusing to leave.
Oh, your trespass is indefinite. It's indefinite. It's not ever gonna stop. Every time you come here, you're gonna be seen medically, and when you discharge, you're gonna have to leave the property.
But the
And
last
I'm
time,
informing you this so you know this, like it's.
no,
it
I
is
know
indefinite.
now, but the last time that wasn't explained. And so when the nurse gave me my food and I went to the cafeteria that day and y'all told me I couldn't leave, then, you know, that was improper on you guys because I should have been able to go once you told me that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know as soon as I get discharged, immediately I have to go.
Okay.
That was never said.
Well, I'm letting you know now, and because that was since the cited on the 15th that you went and took care of,
Yeah, it got
it
dismissed.
is still, for the hospital, it's still in effect.
No, that's not a problem.
Um,
But I do have, you know, lawyers and stuff and, you know, I'm
I get it.
taking up civil because I have a right to do that too.
I get it. But do you understand what I'm saying as
Yeah.
far as the videos and the people's worst day of their lives? And then
Right.
you wanna come in and you wanna maybe cause a little ruckus to get.
But this is what I'm saying. You know me personally. Have I been frequently coming here to do that? Right.
Not.
I stopped. Basically,
Yeah.
I even moved out of Gastonia because it's just like, you gotta understand, I'm not from here.
Right.
So in New York, completely normal, completely different place. People are gonna record everywhere. You could go on Instagram, YouTube, search up New York Hospital. That's what they do. There's nobody that's
Okay.
gonna tell you you can't
But
do
what
that.
what I was explaining to you about the HIPAA in the hospital. Again, even by HIPAA, you have a right to record your health care, okay? But again, you must have permission from the doctor and the clinical staff to do so.
Right.
And you cannot record the physician, their assistants, or other clinical staff.
Gotcha.
You cannot, and that's in HIPAA. That's written out.
I got you.
You have every right in the world to sit in a doctor's office and they're explaining your health, and you can record it as long as you ask their permission. That's in HIPAA written.
Gotcha.
But just coming in out the gate, right to the door, people gonna throw up a shutter, and they're automatically what are they gonna think? Here he is again, he's gonna cause some problems.
Right.
And then now we're gonna have to call legal again. And they're gonna have to get involved again. And that's not the route we wanna do. We wanna provide you medical treatment.
Right.
I just ask that you do it the right way. I get that you may take the, I understand. I watch them. I know. But there is a right way to do it. When we all know you. You know we do.
Right.
But when you come in, out the gate, 2 phones blaring.
Right.
I'm not recording. We know you're recording. There's a way to do it.
Right.
That's all we're asking you to do. That's it. I want you to get the medical treatment you deserve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can we do that this time?
I mean, so
Please?
what about my, you know, my religious stuff that I'm doing? You know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
religious stuff is it?
that's what I'm saying. I'm giving information, getting information. Like I got people, you know, that I'm preaching and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? It will be hard for me not to do that without my phones. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to have my phones. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't
I'm
reach
just
people.
asking you not to do it while you're being treated. That's all. Because you have put our staff on video without their permission, which is a violation of HIPAA.
But who is it a violation for?
The hospital staff, that covers them also.
But this is what I'm saying. HIPAA can't violate me. I can't violate HIPAA. I don't work for HIPAA.
Okay.
You see what I'm
We're not gonna
saying?
get into that.
Like I don't have nothing to do
HIPAA
with.
protects the hospital and the patients.
Right.
And that's what everybody follows nationwide.
Right.
So, because
But
it's
that's
a federal
the
guideline.
staff. That's not on the client or the patient to uphold you guys' HIPAA, because whatever I could see with my eyes, I mean, that should be gold.
It's true again, but what you see with your eyes, you're not putting out there for the masses to see. It's in violation of someone's.
I mean, I
healthcare.
could honestly, because you got to think about it. I got meta glasses. I got, there's other technology and devices. So I'm doing it straight up. Other people are gonna do it behind you guys' back.
I get it.
So at least I'm letting you know.
I get it.
People could come in hitting camera right now and nobody would know, nobody would freak out. So that's what I'm saying. What's the difference between me just
The
having,
difference is previous behaviors. They may have come in and not caused an issue at all, and we have no idea that they've done it.
right,
It doesn't show up on YouTube or TikTok or MySpace or whatever the heck they use out there anymore.
yeah,
Yeah, it shows up. Can we really do anything about it? No. That's why we stress the importance of not doing it. When you walk through those doors, there is no video recording allowed by anybody.
Right.
And again, you say we record. Yes, we do. But these recordings are for the safety of staff and patients.
but
And
body
they're not-
cameras,
And they're not brought, we don't have body
We don't
cameras.
the policeman got body
But
cameras,
he's not involved until we call him.
but he's sitting there,
So
so,
he didn't turn his on because he won't until we tell him to.
oh, okay.
I mean, because once we call him over and he has to get involved, then he's acting as an officer.
Right.
Right now, he's a sports staff. So if we need to get him involved, at that point, he will do what he needs to do in the law enforcement.
Because this is my whole thing, right? People got FaceTime. So people FaceTime in the hospital.
Absolutely.
So that's literally recorded.
Absolutely.
So how come that's okay?
It's not.
You see what I'm saying? But nobody overlooks that. If a nurse was on FaceTime with her husband, nobody would tell her she would have to get off.
Yeah,
We
will.
do.
Yeah, we will.
I do. I'm a
Yeah.
I mean,
charge
you
nurse.
might uphold that, but
Yeah.
let's not
That-
act like
no,
that's
I'm like, if my staff pulls out a camera, if they pull out a cell phone, like, they're not allowed to record, they're not
Yeah.
allowed to.
but that's only when you here. When you're not
Well,
here, they're
that
gonna
should-
do whatever they
I'm
do.
just
And that
like,
should be across the board. It's
it's
supposed
across
to
the
board,
be.
but it's,
Because
I
we have
get
our
the thing.
policies that we have to follow, and recording devices, we can't do it by policy.
Right,
I mean, does it happen? Of course.
right,
Does the guy in the meat department cutting a steak take a steak home every once in a while? Yeah,
definitely.
you know,
I mean, it's just
it's the way the world works. I get
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and I want to work with you.
yeah. I want to work with y'all
But
because
you
this
won't-
is my whole thing.
But listen,
As
when you walk in,
right,
people are already gonna get defensive.
right.
I just need you to understand that.
I
Like,
do.
there is a proper way, and I would love to work with you with that.
Right.
Because again, you and I've gave you a whole packet of stuff.
Of course, you always hook me up. I
tried to
always
help
said
you out.
Brian was the one who look out. And anytime, why you think I stopped coming back every day? Literally, when it was cold, I was here every night. You
Right.
know that. But I didn't have a choice. But since it got warm, I done moved around. I only came back because I had the court case.
I got you.
So I had to be seen. So I came, went to the judge, showed him, hey, I'm still getting seen. Dismissed the case right out because it doesn't make no sense to tell somebody they can't get mental help or
No, you're
physical
right.
help.
And we would never deny
You know what I'm
you
saying? So,
medical treatment. We
Right.
would never deny you medical treatment.
but there has been times when the staff has been, a little edgy, and they're just like, if you're not shutting the cameras off, we're not helping you. Like that has happened.
And there's a
saying? But
process
you're
that
not
we
here.
can do that we can fix that.
Yeah. When you're not here, the ways I've been treated and the ways that they're just like, hey, turn it off or you're done or we arresting you and that type of stuff. Like that's the stuff where I'm saying they're violating
I got you.
people's civil rights because as far as I'm concerned, the lobby is supposed to be publicly accessible. So if somebody
It is public accessible for medical treatment.
no, but if somebody
Not for
was on
recording because this is private property.
but what if somebody was on official business and they wanted a FOIA, like a Freedom of Information Act?
Then they do that across the street. They don't get a FOIA, not on this property, because it's
Okay.
private.
Gotcha.
News media outlets, everything, they're across the street in a parking lot that we don't own.
Right.
They can have a view of the hospital, but they're not allowed on the property.
And we just all trying to figure things out because this is new here. So even though it hasn't went into effect yet,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to put some type of laws or restrictions because You can't get mad at me for using iPhone. Get mad at Mark Zuckerberg or Meta or whoever creates this stuff.
I get it.
I'm just buying it. So it's like, in my eyes, if this is all I got to try to get out and make it somewhere, then why not use that? Like, I'm not picking up no guns. I'm not picking up no drugs. You know, why are people so opposed to me as a young man, you know, trying to work for myself down the line and make something instead of, you know, going and doing something illegal or, you know, making less and selling myself for short by working for some big company who's going to get rich and I'm never even going to be able to afford a 1 bedroom off of a job. Like you seen, I worked Food Lion, Wingstop, you know, I'm trying, but you can't survive off one income out here. You know, even studies are saying that. So
let's get through this visit so we can get you seen.
yeah, no problem.
Okay,
No problem at all.
can we please let's speak with the clinical staff and the doctor if they agree that you can film yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna just film myself. I ain't gonna film nobody else.
Can we stop that until we get their permission?
I
Because
mean,
we are gonna be walking past other patients, other rooms, and I don't want them to be in the video accidentally.
I could wait right here.
Well, I think, do we have a room?
Oh, I don't know if I have a room
Oh.
yet, because I can't, I'm not at my computer.
So, all right,
I just come.
chill here for a minute.
Yeah,
Let
no
me figure
problem.
out what's going on.
I
and
appreciate
we'll
you,
go
bro.
from there.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you. This is the most views I ever had in my life. What up, chat? That's Sergeant Brian. He's a good dude, man. You know, he helps out, honestly. So I try to listen to him. You know, he's a good dude. But, you know, I still got to do what I can, you know, for my family and for my future, too. Like, you know, that's all. It ain't nothing personal. It's just, you know, it's a come up. You know, people want to see, obviously, what I got to say and what I'm going through. And, you know, I got to show this. This is in real life. You know, it's reality streaming or internet. So it's like I'm trying to paint the picture. Yeah. Yeah, Cosmic Pope. You know that, man, but it's going up, though. You see, this the most views I ever did. Almost 100 people in here at one time, you know, like I'm getting more relevant. I'm getting more famous every day. It's just like God has accepted this life for me, and, you know, I want to stay. You know, this is what I'm doing. And it's like, you know, I should have every right to record my experience here today. So, you know, that's, you know, my life and where I'm at. And you know how I'm going to continue to attract you guys. Make sure y'all get them likes up, man. Subscribe, share. You know, I'm just going to be going through my journeys, doing my IRL streams in here. You know, gym life, protein, lean meals, help people lose weight, body build, you know, all of that good stuff, man, because it's just like times have changed and it's hard, man, for everybody. So if you have a way to make an income or a stream, it's like, you know, you can't stop that. You got to keep it going. You know, you got to make sure that you have the ability to keep your head above water. Thank you for them likes, because, you know, it's really terrible out here, especially for a homeless man. It's like, I'm not trying to bicker back and forth and have people upset. You know, I figure like it's 2026. Everybody got a phone, everybody got a camera. So how can you now try to tell people how to use it without it feeling like it's targeted or discrimination in some type of way? You know what I'm saying? Like it's civil rights. So as a human being, I should have that right to use my phone throughout my whole experience. If I want to text, if I want a video, if I want to FaceTime, me as a patient, I should have that right to do that without trying to be in trouble or trying to be angry. You know, people get angry and it's like, all I'm doing is speaking, giving y'all spiritual and intuition, you know, that we all needed, because it's like, this is the mission, this is the goal. I'm trying to bring people together. I'm not trying to have people out here tearing each other down and exposing and doing all of that stuff. It's like, we need to stick together, man. White, black, you know, men, women, children, all of that, because what they doing is causing division. You know what I'm saying? They want us to be in prison, you know, basically the modern day slavery, picking cotton, you know, getting license plates, the food is terrible. Like, you know, that experience changed my life. You know, it's like I'm never trying to go back. I want to be free. I want to be free as a bird, chat. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I need y'all to subscribe, comment, share, like, because I would never get this many people to watch a live if I didn't have to go through the trolling and the hospital and, you know, all of that. So it's like, this comes with the territory. And guess what? I got to be ready for attacks or for people wanting to do stuff to me as well on the outside. So this is why I always record and keep, you know, my eyes on the ball and the game, because you never know who's watching you or who's taking it personal or who might want to Charlie Kirk you, you know, for your belief or for something on social media that you probably ain't even mean. You just went viral. You know, it's like a meme. You start getting more and more people to watch and see, and you know what I'm saying? You growing, you know, really just in a way that's like, it's probably you would have never did if you didn't have these moments, you know, if you didn't try to step up and try to go in and be that character, you know, get that fulfillment. Yeah, I know, Steve, man. Don't hate on me, bro. You know, I'm just blowing up. You know, I'm just, you know, doing God's plan, you know, taking the spirit, healing, taking the time and the chance, you know, to build myself and the children in the community that need help, because so many are following these influencers who want to, you know, try to have them killing themselves, trying to have them feeling like they're not good enough. But guess what? Today, all of you guys are beautiful. And all of you guys are the best supporters that I ever had in my life. Say it one more time. Come on. You know, I'm getting these like buttons, subscribe, comment, man, because it don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hater, show love. It's important. You know, this is what God's plan is. He destined and he made us in this accordance. So we pray. We pray every day, because the spiritual, the Holy Ghost, it will stay and it will be a part of my journey for years on to come. You know, this is the most exhilarating experience that I've ever had. So I really have to be humble and take it slow. You know, be patient, be like a snail, be like a turtle, bro. Enjoy every day of life, because people are going through hell, trust me. But when you accept God and Jesus, he will help you rise, you know. He will give you the strength. Even when you sleeping on the ground and you wake up with your body numb every day, but you still got to go to the gym. You still got to go lift those weights. You still got to motivate the people, man. You got to stay in shape. You got to be one of those ones. You got to be the example. You got to take the chance when there was nothing else left. There was no more doors open. Everyone closed, but you never forgot. You felt death. You felt pain. You felt rotten. You was alone, but your name alone is worth more out here than trying to put yourself through another sentence, another trial. You know, they gonna finish you. Don't commit no crimes out here, man. It ain't worth it. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your health. You know, do what helps and not what hurts, because crime don't pay. And you don't deserve to be sitting in a cell all day, every day, asking the CO, hey, CO, please, can you bring me some toilet paper? Or, you know, can you bring me some water? Because I can't breathe. Hold on, I got to go get this. It's pink lemonade right here.
You good?
Yeah, 0 sugar. Gotta keep the carbs down. Oh, my bad.
Alright, let me get you your get you minutes to go.
How old are you?
5'5",
How much you weigh?
150. Thank you. Yo, yeah, I'm in urgent care, man. Yo, Cosmic Poe, what's up, man? I see you in the chat, Brody. I mean, you gotta understand though, that's in public, whatever your eyes could see. I mean, you should be good to, record. Cause I mean, what if people got photographic memory? They could still steal people's information. So it ain't just about recording or the way it's done. It's like you can't have a negative premise to try to tell somebody not to use their rights. Like, oh, you might do this, you might do that, because now that's discrimination. You know what I'm saying? All the times I've been on there, I ain't stealing nobody information. They know that by now. Like, I'm trying to go viral. I ain't going back to jail. I'm trying to do it this way, man. Positive. The way Jesus gave me the outlet to live and to be that creative, be that outgoing person. This is how I live. So it's like it ain't nothing personal, but people need to see these streams. People need to understand how it gets, because I don't even think they have those that mindset, you know what I mean, to think that way. They just think like, oh, you ain't working or you ain't got no home, you homeless, you a bum or something. It's like, nah, half of America right now is going through something, even more. That's just what they reporting, and what the numbers, that they got back is talking about. But trust me, anybody who really going through it could see, it's hard. And it's like, man, it ain't no way people is gonna be able to get to successful points the way they did, in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, or whatever. It's like these times we living in, this is the hardest ever in America right now. You see Trump, China, all of them about to get it, man. They hacking the elections, he about to put them sanctions on their ass. Like they did in COVID, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a no-fly zone real quick. They about to crash, bro. Like, y'all don't see the world is ending at this point, man, then you sad, bro. Like, the world I grew up in was nothing compared to this. Like, America right now, everybody's on the edge. So it's like, this is why I record, because I feel like anybody could pop off or do anything at any time, to where it's like, at least now I have the ability to, if there was a crime that happened, we could crack that case. Like, people are solving murders on YouTube, IG, TikTok anyway. Look at Nolan. People will tell you the verdict before they even got the details of the prosecutor, before the charges. So it's like, this is the world we live in, and people is going to the deep end. They going off the edge, the cliff, because they not seeing the plot. They missing it every time. Yeah, it's private owned, but you gotta understand, anytime you in public, anytime you could see anything, then you should be able to record with your hands. You know why? Because it's just like indecent exposure. If somebody could get naked, then that's when they're private. If you can't get naked, then it's not really private like that. Like, I get what they saying, that it's privately owned, but it's not really private like that, to where, we're not in the privacy of our homes right now. We can't strip down, we can't do things that wouldn't be normal in any other public setting. So it's like, this is why you gotta hold, those accountable and have those records. That's all. Just for my truth, and you know, to have that right to do, you know, what I feel is safe. You know, that makes me feel safe. I'm addicted to live streaming anyway. So it's like, now you telling me you're gonna put me in pain because this is healing me, you know, this is my addiction, this is my medicine, this is what I use. I'm going through rehab, I'm going through withdrawals. So I have to stay looking at myself or looking at these cameras.
I need to get you registered, okay?
Yeah,
What's your first and last name?
Michael Clark,
What's your date of birth?
11/16/94.
16, do you have a phone number? No phone number. No address?
I'm homeless. I live on the street.
You don't have a primary care doctor either, do you? No.
No dentist, no doctor.
Okay, now let me ask you, do you have somebody that has a phone number that you want to list as an emergency contact?
I don't even have nowhere to go.
Okay, so nobody for emergency contact, okay. No insurance,
Nothing.
okay.
No job, nothing. No income.
So I have one form that you need to fill out, and all it's saying is that you give them consent to treat you, okay? Let me find it for you.
Right in the road,
So
thank
this right
you,
here,
right in the road,
it's just
thank you.
saying that you wanna see the doctor and you're giving them consent to treat you, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
You ain't even got dated in time, I'll date in time before you make sure you ain't gotta sign nothing else. Nope, that's all you gotta sign, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
I hear you, Cosmic Pope. You should have been a lawyer the way you know the Lord, and you know, for real. But yeah, man, y'all see what's going on. We out here, we chilling, man. Just recording my journey, going through, you know, homelessness and all of the things that it takes to be the biggest, you know, person in your corner, you know, because it's a lot of perpetrators and people who, you know, they won't warn you, and they want to take you down. You know, it's crabs in the barrel everywhere now, so you just gotta stay focused, stay out, pay attention, you know, hold it down, whatever, you know, listen to your intuition, man. Don't be trying to troll and, you know, in real life, because it could go wrong. So, you know, try to talk it out, you know, have discourse. There's nothing wrong, you know, you don't got to get angry or pissed off every time, you know, somebody try to interfere, because this is the way it is now, you know, this is how things are getting, you know, and it's like, it's not fair that certain people can get away with it and others are kind of imprisoned by it, or, you know, I feel like this empowers me, you know, this keeps me on my diet, you know, my fast from negativity or from crashing or doing something. Not that I'm thinking about it, but it's like definitely when I know my purpose and my journey, you know. Yeah. Appreciate the support, man, and you know, the care. And you know, that's what we here for, because I have y'all to be here, to, you know, have that compassion, you know, for a brother. So I thank y'all for coming in here, you know, strong. And, you know, we're gonna be here for a minute. It might be a long time, but you know, we're gonna do what gotta get done, you know, so we can fit into the Coliseum, the Coliseum. I almost said calcium. Thinking about milk. Need some protein, you know, that cow's milk. We working, we trying, man. We trying to do something, you know, that's worth it in the end. Because, you know, it builds up. It's not always how you begin, but, you know, how you finish in the end is always gonna be the legacy. You know, people pretend like the moment is everything, but that's only the moment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the history and you gotta look at the present plus the future. You know, it's inevitable. Like we going through, we going up. We got people. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, you know, engage, because I'm going to be having more places to go besides a hospital soon, trust me. Once I get my money from my lawsuits, I won't even be in these counties. I'll probably be out the country soon. So we're gonna have more settings that'll be more fun and more positive. But you know, we gotta show the pain first. We gotta show the low level that we came from, so people could grow and they could understand that life is not it's not a race. You know, it's a marathon. Don't rush it. You know, you gotta take your time and brush off, you know, any of the public, how you say, backlash, you know, that people like to give out and like to judge you fast because they think.
Listen, I'm gonna give you this, okay? I don't know if this will work, okay? This is called a charity care application, okay? Fill it out to your best knowledge, okay? If you have a way back up here, whatever, bring it back up here and turn it in over by labor and delivery and give it to somebody, okay? They might pay for your hospital bills, okay?
Thank you.
Have you thought about applying for Medicaid?
I mean, honestly, I was trying to go into debt.
Trying to go into debt?
Yeah,
You wanna go into debt?
that's what a lot of people is doing. You should YouTube it. You know, like we doing collateral damage. You know, we want America to suffer, so now we trying to make, you know, the country collapse basically. So a lot of people was putting themselves in debt, and then they just moving out the country.
I'll get you. Okay, well, that's okay. Don't fill that out. But if you want help with your hospital bills, fill that out. It says you need an employer, but maybe they'll overlook that, okay? So if you want help with your hospital bills, fill that, okay?
Thank you.
Try to get a way back up here to do that.
Yeah.
If you decide you wanna apply for Medicaid, I'm at that front desk. Let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Cosmic Pole, I see you in the building. What's going on, family? We here on the stream, you know, almost an hour in, you know, having fun, just trying to be energetic, energized. You know, I got to get this room taken care of, and you know, I'll be on my way to the other side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see y'all, man. Like, y'all made my day, bro. Like, I was down. I'm trying to get the streams up any way I can, and then boom, laying right at the hospital, and it's just take off. So it's like, damn, you know, you can't blame me for losing, because it's like, I've been trying to go other places to do it, but it's like, as soon as I come in, boom, 3 million views, boom, thousands of views. It's like, who wouldn't go back to the place that's making them the most famous or the most views? It's just like, you can't be mad at me. This shit is like crack. You know, it's addictive. It's like, this is all you want to do is get that attention. You know what I'm saying? While you out here struggling, because you don't know who's going to send you a cash app, a gift, a donation. You know, you need that money to live, because it's like, it's too hard right now. You know, people is tripping, bro. You can't even survive off of 1 or 2 incomes. You need like 3 or 4. So even if, you know, this ain't gonna be the end all be all, it's still something to tap into when, you know, you might need it, or somebody else might need it. I might be able to break a story, or, you know, for people to see it and get into it. It's like, I'm intuitive, you know, I'm learning how to be the biggest and the best, you know, instead of just sitting back and not putting my thoughts to the test, because I got so many practices and I got so many ideas, you know, that I want to reflect and that I want to put into reality. But I don't have people who want to work with me. So yeah, it's a struggle. If I had somewhere to go, if I had a house to go sit in, even shower or something, to do something, you know, that's not outside when it's 90 degrees, it's like, where am I supposed to go? You go sit in McDonald's for too long, they call them police. You go sit in Burger King, they call them police. So it's like, it's nowhere I can go in the city. There's no shelter. At least, like, somebody got to start advocating for a shelter here. it's more and more homeless people all across America. So I know that they feeling it here. I know the numbers is rising. You know, more and more people is trying to come and see where it's safe at and, you know, where it's cheap. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You know, it's just gonna be an influx of, you know, the homeless running around. We got the immigrants, the ICE, you know, the Haitians, the TSP. Trump trying to put in motions for birthrights. You know, he getting people up out of here. So, you know, we'll see if they clean it up. But after them elections got hacked by China, it's like, you know, we don't know what we about to turn to or what's about to, you know, happen in the next few years and stuff. So America might collapse, man. Like it's getting tough. It's getting rough. You know, a lot of people is having concerns with that and bringing it to the light. You know, you gotta minimize. I see the future. I see where it's going. It's gonna be like that Denzel movie, bro. The Book of Eli. Like, this is how this shit is looking in a second, bro. You know what I'm saying? People is really losing their mind. Yeah, everything good, bro. I mean, look, it's live, so you can always replay it. You can always go back and rewatch it. It only been not even an hour yet. Come on, man. I know I deserve at least that much watch time for you. You know, give me at least an hour, man. You could go and watch it back. Straight up, you know. I need all of them streams. You know, we trying to get on a Netflix special or Tubi or something. You know, we need to be acting. We need to, you know, be the best influencers we can be in the world. So you got to try to connect with all people. You know, put as much people in the show. You know, this is a casting call right here, man. You know, we just growing, we blowing up, and you know, we holding on for dear life, man, because, you know, we see it's going up, you know, and it's not safe sleeping on the street nowhere. But, you know, this is what we do to, you know, have a place of peace. You know, my streams, this is where I live, literally. So what I'm doing in the world, I'm a whole nother person. I don't even really talk for real. I just be working out. You know, y'all see my gym and, you know, trying to diet, and I don't bother people for real. Like, even if I have a conversation with somebody, it's not in bad faith. You know, it's usually I'm trying to make somebody laugh or, you know, trying to make somebody have a good day. You know, I ain't trying to be the arguing type, but I see now they like, this is what the social media like. You know, that's the views goes, it skyrockets whenever you have a argument or a discourse or anything. It's just like they want to see that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's like with all of this time on my hands, I'm trying to afford to do something that's positive, you know what I'm saying? Instead of staying stuck in the dumps, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being down on my luck or upset with the world. You know, this is why we see men killing women, women killing men. You know, children, girls, people killing their kids, kids killing their parents. Because they don't have no real spirit. You know what I'm saying? They're not a part of Jesus the way that it was set. You know, they don't worship God. They worship, you know, false prophets. So, of course, you know, they're going to let their anger get the best of them. Like, I would have been back locked up. I haven't had police contact in over 10 years. Why? Because the spirit. And, you know, they helping me see the vision and get clearer. And, you know, it just got the clearest it ever been, because it's like, why am I not streaming all day, every day then, if this is what I want to be, or this is who, you know, I become? It's like, this is the prophecy to get fulfilled in my life since I was young. You know, the dancing, being a class clown, snapping, the dozens, you know, all of that is working now, because you got to be fast on your feet. You know, you got to be able to have them punchlines and them hooks. You know, it's like you creating a song, but it's a movie. It's art. You know, we streaming and we having, you know, the best time of our life, but people want to make it hard and they want to make it like I'm trying to attack. And it's like, I'm talking to my followers, you know what I'm saying? That y'all keep coming back for a reason. And specifically when I'm at certain places or I title it in the thumbnail, this is when it goes insane for no reason. It's like I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary, but this is the page, you know, this is what they come to get the entertainment. So it's like, why not do what's necessary and useful, you know, to have us engaging and going to the top and making more sense of my time, because people is paying. I'm making money, so why not continue to live my life on stream? Like if I had somewhere to go, if I had something to do, that's different. But even at work, even at the gym, wherever I'm at, even when I sleep, I stream. Because this is how deep in people are becoming billionaires and millionaires. So even if it take me 10 years, why wouldn't I want to do this? If that's going to make me and get me out of the bottom and the crabs in the barrel and the bucket. I could make way more over time if I create my own business and get established and get people to watch like it's nothing. And you don't even need a whole lot. Like just this stream right here, we already had over 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do it with less than that. You could have 1,000, you could have 100. It's just all about what you're selling and, you know, the niche or the category that you are attached to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm doing fitness. I could sell protein. I could sell products. You know, I already got my showcase in my TikTok. But now in real life, you know, I can move around. I could have like a truck, you know, a protein truck. I just go everywhere, go to the gym, post up, you know, show people the shakes and the stuff I take and what I make and the cooking and, you know, the snacks and, you know, get some sponsorships and, you know, just go up from there, you know. But it got to start somewhere, you know. You got to have an investor, you know, sponsors, you know, you got to envision, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's hard to do it with these times because, you know, it's a divide and conquer. So they want us to be angry. You know, they don't want us to love and have that proper respect like they did back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people don't even talk. You know, people don't even acknowledge each other. It's just like, you know, you might be lucky if you get a head nod. You know, it's like, it's cold right now. Everybody's on the edge because we done survived so much. You know, so many people have died since the pandemic and the COVID and just suicide rates through the roof. You know, we seeing it. And they've been knew these stats and information. Like, why you think birth rates is low? You know, sperm cells and all of that stuff. It's like, people are not concerned with trying to have kids right now. That's how expensive it is. You know, we never seen this in society. It's almost like we going back into slavery, like literally, you know. It's like the rich is the slave masters and the poor people, we the slaves. You know, we just keeping society going while we not happy because we thinking that we gotta chase this American dream and we need all these millions of dollars just to be popular or to be seen. It's like, you know, majority of men been invisible for so long. Just the average guy, he can't even be, you know, with a woman because it's like no woman should want an average guy. Every woman should want the boss or, you know, the millionaire or, you know, working is not attractive like that. So it's like, you know, we all lost right now because we're not getting along. We're not respectful of each other. So now, you know, we are all just ready to snap because we frustrated. And, you know, it's only going to get worse over the times because there's more and more people who's adopting these mindsets to divide and to have these Eurocentric, basically, standards of who's going to be and what positions. You know, it's just like, as men, we don't have no rights. We already know that. So if you get a divorce, if you end up on child support, your life is ruined. You're done. It's over. So the best thing you could do is probably leave America, you know, try to find love somewhere else because it's not here anymore. You know, people ain't even dating. You know, people don't even care about health. People just care about money. It's just greed, you know. And I told myself I'm not gonna live my life confined. You know what I'm saying? I had good times even when I was in lockup. And it's weird, but it's like you gotta have something. You gotta have somebody to believe in. And this is what Jesus has done for me. So I'm not grieving. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry for myself. I've been like on that mode where it's like I'm leaving. I gotta go. I gotta get away. You know, that's why I left my city. But it's worse, you know, everywhere. So now it's like it's not even pretty. You gotta leave the country. If you think you're gonna survive, you gotta get you your money, put it away, invest, take your time, you know, go on a diet. That's gonna save you. And just try to let bygones be bygones, you know, let God be the last resort every time, man, because, you know, we got him deep in our chest and our heart, and he's always pumping, man. He's always, you know, the smartest entity that we gotta really hone in on and try to be, you know, have that ability to walk like Jesus walked. Turn the other cheek, man. You know, start trying to learn, do something, be yourself. When you be yourself, more people will be attracted to you instead of what you got or how you helping or, you know what I'm saying, what you offering. Because as a man, that's all you are, as a paycheck or an income or a bill payer, you know. Nothing more, nothing less, you know. Once that money stop coming in, you know what time it is, or once, you know, they not happy, you done, you stuck. You're gonna be paying for life, paying your wife, paying your government. Just be a slave to, you know, the U.S. State property. You know, they loving it. They love them inmates, man. You know what I'm saying? They hate free men. I tell you, free working men, they hate us, bro. But dudes that's locked in the penitentiary, they got all the girlfriends, for real. They got all the women. Why you think, you know, it's a money, it's a system, you know, and it's designed to be that way so they could keep getting people to go up to these prisons, having these prison babies, trailer visits. It's like, dudes in prison is living more better than us, for real. You know, the free dudes, we the ones that's miserable, allegedly, and, you know, we just bitter. And I'm like, well, what do you expect? What do you want me to be? You know, it's like, men are not gonna keep, you know, being productive in society, especially if they know they can't have women. It's like, nah, men are going to leave, you know, millions already have, you know, and that's just the dating scene. But, you know, society will collapse. There will be mass plagues, you know, and it already started with the COVID and stuff like that, but it's like, it's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have a hard time out here trying to work, and there's gonna be people on your ass, on your heels, you know, trying to kill you for every little thing. Like, people is hungry out here. You could see it in their eyes. Like, you could see who's eating and who's hungry. That's how bad it's getting. Like, you could see the lust in people's eyes. You could see all that. People is bloodthirsty out here, man. You know, they don't know what it's like to be sleeping on these streets, and you gotta hold your own, and you gotta be, you know, your own safety net. You know, you can't trust nobody. I've been out here, what, 6-7 months, you know, but this ain't my first rodeo. I did it all throughout America. So it's like, people can already tell by the way I move. I already know what's up, you know what I'm saying? I just don't partake or slip into the cracks. You know, every chance I get, I walk away, because that's what God tells me is the best thing to do whenever these events or these conflicts may appear. You know, it's like trouble always find me. You know, it always attracted me since I was a youngin', man. So, you know, I just always had that fear that, you know, after being locked up for something I ain't even do, you know, people leaving me in the penitentiary when my bail was $5,000. All my family had to do was pay $500. But guess what? They didn't care that I didn't do it or that I was innocent, just like they don't care now. And they still wanted me to go through it because it was like a lesson. But I did learn. I learned my lesson. I ain't go back. And also, I'm just not messing with certain people because I know that I'm more important than to put myself in a trick bag or into a trap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to lure in evil, but it's like trouble always find me for some reason. People always think I'm up to no good, and it's like, why would I do anything to hurt me or to put me back when I'm recording everything? Literally. Like, that's how you got to think. If he's recording, then obviously he has a right because he's not doing anything to violate anybody's information or, location or stuff like that. Like, I'm just, recording myself and having my supporters spiritually uplift me through these tough times. That's all. I'm just going through a tough time. And when I get hundreds of people on here, thousands of people we had in this stream already, to understand and to see my story, you don't think that's gonna affect somebody somewhere? You know what I'm saying? That they could maybe have sympathy for me and maybe say, you know what? I want to help this dude because obviously it's just chaos. My life is chaos, but it's so many people. So I can't even blame people because it's just so many people going through the same thing. That's what I had to realize. I used to always think like, why nobody want to help me? But then I had to think, you know what? I can't even be mad because a lot of these people was barely even making it themselves and, probably not even getting through the way they make it seem at that. So it's like, I just try to worry about myself and try to help myself the best way I know how. Like, jobs are not out here like that. Let's be real. Even if you do get a job, it's not paying enough to put you up. So you still gonna be working and homeless. Like, imagine that. That's the roughest thing. Like, I've worked being homeless, but not homeless in the street with no shelter, nowhere to go, no family, no nothing. It's like, nah, this is the hardest that I ever had to have it because, apparently there's no shelter here in Gaston County. So they destroyed it. Well, if they did that, well, where did the people go? Where do they expect people to go if, they don't have no...
Hi there, Michael.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a physician assistant. I'm going to be taking care of you today. What's going on?
Just had a little laceration on my leg right here. It was like a cinder block fell on it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, when I was at the Chick-fil-A, I think it happened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Friday. Yeah. Getting me that egg white grill.
Uh-huh.
You best with it?
Uh-huh.
Fire, bro.
Okay, gotcha.
And they got the pimento. You get the pimento?
Haven't been in a little while. But
Yo, you gotta go back, dog.
fair enough. So, cinder block fell on it?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Okay, like from how far up?
Probably 4 feet, 3 or 4 feet, something around there. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Trying to be Spider-Man, I be doing my own stunts, man.
Sure. You walking around on it?
Yeah,
Okay. Does it hurt to walk on it?
a little bit,
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
cause it's on the hill, so it's like it's on the foot.
Sure. All right, man.
But if I put sandals on, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure. All right,
I
and
can
then,
maneuver.
any problems with that ankle in the past? Surgeries, major injuries? No. Okay.
No, just probably like a little sprain here and there. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, cause I used to be crossing dudes up. I'm like AI on the court, bro. 3-pointers, slam dunk. You know what I'm saying, Doc? I'm the truth, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Can you pop yourself up for just a second?
Oh yeah, man. It might be a little smelly down there,
That's
bro.
fine, man, no worries.
I ain't showered in a couple days. I'm on the street.
You able to wiggle your toes?
Yeah, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Can
wiggle.
you feel me touching each toe?
I'm like Ben 10 up in here,
Can
bro.
you feel me touching each toe?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Ben
In
10?
here?
Yeah.
In the foot? Like where I'm touching?
No, ain't no
Okay.
pain.
In heel?
No,
What about in the shin?
No.
This one right here?
yeah.
This hurts?
No.
This hurts right here?
You know Ben 10?
I do not, unfortunately.
You know NBA Youngboy?
I don't. Can you
He
turn me
beefing
a
with
little
Future.
that way so I can see back?
He
a little
beefing
bit
with
better?
Future right now. Pluto! Ah!
Sorry try to get a look at it, see how deep it is.
It's not that deep, but it ain't get cleaned out right, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to get infected and you know, them flies
Okay,
and them
man, go ahead and
cockroaches.
order a X-ray of your ankle. Just make sure the bones look okay, and we'll get it sorted out from there. All right. Ain't that 1 minute, okay?
Take your time, boss. It ain't no rush.
Sure thing.
Yo, matter of fact, I could get one of them turkey sandwiches, bro.
I'll have to ask the nurses that. I'm not sure they can do that up in triage, but
Yeah, man. Let me get one of them turkey jerkies. The beef jerky. Yo, chat, what up? I see y'all out here on the road, man. We lit today, bro. Like, we did so many views. You know, it's gonna go up. Trust me, bro. I'm so happy about y'all coming through, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Engage with the host, man. Comment, you know, let me know what you think. It's the hostess with the mostest, baby. Take a toast. Money in the bank is coming. I can feel it. I can smell it, nigga, with money. I can smell it, nigga, with money. Hey. Botox, Boat Flex, go hot, hot, hot. I made 3 million views just in this hospital right here. I'm addicted to streaming. This is my drug. Clout is my drug, and I'm addicted to the house of clout. I'm on that clout wave. You know what I'm talking about? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Beside you, cause I want you and I need you. Katie, do you love me? Streamer U. We about to be on Streamer University. For sure, Duke. Let's bring it in, bring it out. Take a quick reset. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. You know, we next up, we getting this clout, man. Clout Lord, I'm back in the building, son. Holding it down. Jesus is King. The Holy Ghost will bring you out of the darkness and into the light, my brother. So don't fight, man. If it ain't white, she ain't right, bro. Yeah. Uh-huh. Switch it up a little bit. You know, it's getting tough, man. They got some updates on the Nolan Wells case, so you know we're gonna get into that. But this is God's playing, you know, this is God's play, man. We just playing the game. We here, we in the universe, doing what we gotta do, maintaining, man. You know what it is. You know your worth, man. Stop working for women, bro. Y'all tricking. You can't trick me.
Nolan Wells story. That story is continuing to develop. It appears that there is some more info coming out. Apparently,
New
there
update.
is some GPS data that's now popping up for the boat that he was
They
on.
got the
before it
GPS
disappears.
data on Nolan, bro.
And also Benjamin Crump is also having another press conference after
They
he
covering
suspended
it up,
the
bro.
DA.
They covering it up. The Nolan
Let's listen
case,
to the
bro.
info first, though.
Earlier today, the family of Nolan Wells met with the district attorney.
I knew them white boys did it, bro.
Will eventually be turned over to a grand jury. They're still wondering
Get
what
the FBI.
happened
Get the
to the
FBI, Trump.
18-year-old on the July 4th weekend. Let's bring in Anna Schechter, who runs our crime unit. She's joining us right now. Anna, so what are we learning
They
about
trying to
those
Nolan me,
details
bro.
in this case? What can you tell us?
Well, we actually have obtained new movement records, GPS data. Our Jared Eggleston and Skylar Henry down in Mississippi obtained this from a Mississippi entity, and it actually shows exactly where the boat left from when it arrived at Horn
Justice
Island.
for Nolan, man. Justice for Nolan, bro.
Down on your screen there, you're seeing that,
Hit that like
July 4th, that tracking movement, the vessel reaching Horn Island around 11:14 a.m. And then we also see when the boat left. Now, as we've been reporting, Nolan Wells was not on that boat, although his keys and phone were.
What?
And so we see the
Nolan wasn't on the boat, but they got his keys and his phone. Okay, noted.
boat then go and actually dock at a different location, then drive overland to the home of the owners of the boat. So this is new information that is all being reviewed by investigators who are still trying to figure out exactly what happened to Nolan Wells, Mugo.
Yeah.
They still trying to figure this shit out.
Very okay. Let me look at law and crimes. I did see another update. So let's listen to Benjamin Crump in the update. Remember, they just met with the DA.
Ben Crump and the DA. Go get them white boys, Crump.
Good morning.
They killed Nolan.
Crump, along with Attorney Lisa Park, Attorney Eric Harris, Justin Preston.
I ain't going to Mississippi
We
now.
have the honor of representing the family.
I see what y'all get down on, bro.
Wells. We have present with us.
They doing
his
that white
mother and
supremacy
father,
up there, bro.
Christine and Elmore. We just had an opportunity to meet with District Attorney Angel McElgrath and some members of her team. We had a very respectful meeting. The thing I assume some of you may know, the thing to announce, she shared with the family that there will be a grand jury that she will.
Grand jury, man. They about to lock them up, bro. Lock them up, Trump. You know, Chud the Builder, all them punks, man. They trying to get people. See, they let Chud the Builder do all that stuff he do up there in Nashville. I can't even come in here and record and have a peaceful discourse. You know, they want to try to shut me down for every little thing, bro. You know, it's all about race, man. They trying to keep the black man in his place, man. That's it. You know, it's all about race, man. They trying to keep the black man in his place. They want us to be in prison, eating good, laying up, taking showers with men, show your butt to the CO. You gotta beg for tissue. Like, nobody wants to go through that, bro. I'd rather live out here with nothing, you know what I'm saying, nowhere, than to be rich in jail or, you know what I'm saying, begging for commissary and shit. Oh, well, I ain't messing with that. I'm doing this content, man, you know, uplifting my people. I'm saving more slaves than Harriet Tubman, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving them right now. The children, the women, everybody. You know, all they gonna do is see you, see this face every time they get on the internet. You know, I'm getting more and more of a following and support every day. You know, I had to walk through many walks and go through towns and cities where I never been, but act like I've been there forever. Because when you go to war, you know the art and you know how to be clever and smart and you know how to do what you got to do to set yourself apart to the side so you don't fall into the setup and the trap that they're trying to do and they're trying to create and they're trying to make the tactics and they want you to lose. So you got to backflip. You got to win. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the impossible. You got to go big, bro. For real, I don't tell no lies. Ain't no fibs over here. I'm like Abraham Lincoln, man. You said I'm oppressed? Yeah, I'm oppressed by women, bro. Nah, it ain't even white men. It's white women and women, period. They trying to kill us, bro. You know, they don't respect average working hard, man. You know, they want rich, you know, alphas. That's all they care about. So if you ain't got that bank account, then you done, bro. We'll be sitting out here like me in a minute, man. Playing around in Trump America, bro. You ain't gonna be living how you think. You know, it's smooth right now, but things could change, you know, at any point. You gotta do something strange for that change. Yeah. They tried to put your boy in that trick bag, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, BLM, for demanding all officers to wear body cams. The footage is very entertaining. You stupid, bro. That was a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna use that. He said, "Thank you, BLM." Man, BLM is a scam, bro. They trying to get millions of dollars off of black people pain. You see how Nolan raised 500,000, $500,000. Then you got freaking what's his name, Carmelo, watermelon felon, killing Metcalf for no damn reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they selling y'all trauma, man. They selling y'all pain and poverty. And all y'all want to do is eat it and soak it up, man. Instead of acknowledging the truth. And that God will properly restore justice and order, man. Through chaos come order, breathe. Like, you can't even drink water. You can't even breathe air without having a parasite or a bacteria. The beaches, the flu, influenza, screwworms, Texas. Like, look at everything we going through. How can anybody be normal? I can't blame anyone, because how can anybody being normal throughout these times? There's something wrong with you. For real, you hiding something, bro. Because how you just the only one who just all put together and just all acting like it ain't nothing going on around you? That's strange to me. You know, whenever I see people just no blemishes, nothing wrong, you just living a perfect life. Like, nah. You capping. That's social media, you know, they make it look good, but they really struggling. They really going through tough times, you know, they really big babies and whiny cry babies. Why you think as soon as I go in any establishment, it's only the women that freak out. It's never the men that men, we understand respect, and we understand you ain't gonna tell me how to move or how to use, you know, my technology. Technology is a weapon. So when it comes to weapons and stuff like that, men is never gonna really interfere. It's always women that's always freaking out and acting like I'm doing something, I'm assaulting them somehow. You know, it's just like, it's weird, bro. Like, this is 2026. If somebody's recording you, you should absolutely be used to that or used to it. Like, it's nothing new. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Everybody gets recorded everywhere anyway. Like, this stuff saves lives. Technology saves more than it hurts. So people should be more, you know, for it than against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it to a degree, but it's like this, the society that we're moving in. If everybody's streaming, everybody's live, everybody's doing something, how can you now try to impede on that person's rights or their life, or try to tell them how to act or how to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole thing on strategy when it comes to that. It's like, I'm a bum in the street. So it's like, how can you get mad at me for trying to take an opportunity to get some love and to get, you know, an extra couple dollars just from, you know, being myself and streaming and hollering at the people and talking to them so they could see it? You know what I'm saying? But they judge me, and, you know, they just want to make me seem like a demon because, you know, they making it seem like I'm doing something ugly or I'm doing something that's out of the ordinary, when it's like, we see this all of the time. People do the same thing. Like, why when it comes to me now, it becomes strange or weird, or, you know what I'm saying, I gotta be all of these things, you know what I'm saying? People give me looks, or, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand the nature of, you know, what I'm going through. You know, so they look at me like pitifully, you know, with that. But I don't let it get to me, you know, I'm comfortable in my skin, so it don't even matter. Like, I'm never gonna argue or go back and forth or pretend like I even give a fuck, because I really don't. But I try to be remorseful. I try to be patient and hear everybody out, because as a man, you should always have that logic over emotion. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta understand that a lot of people is not dealing with logic. They in their feelings. So now they want to try to make you digest, their anger or frustration, because they cannot force you to go the way that they want you to. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is. It's just it's power. It's a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand a certain reason why people get pushed out of certain positions. And when you look at who's in control today and certain stuff, it's a reason why they in those places, because they've been literally strategizing and plotting on average, working everyday men to get rid of us. And now this is why we've been basically alienated from society. And you know what I'm saying, people don't pay attention to us because we don't matter. That's just like the truth. You know what I mean? Like, people don't have no empathy when it comes to us. We the predators, we the assaulters. We are they always the victims, and we are always gonna be. It's always our fault. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna be the deterrent or the suspects, or domestic violence. See, nobody take it serious when men is getting beat by women, and that's literally happened. We see it every day. More and more women is getting locked up for beating men. I see more women get locked up for beating men today than men getting beat up, than men being locked up for beating women. And you gotta understand, it's more women than it is men. So you gotta think about that equation too. So it's probably less women getting beat today and more men that's having to go through these experiences, and now they getting left and stuck with nothing, or have to do a sentence, sit in a cell for the rest of their life with something that they know they ain't do. They innocent, but it's like, how you gonna prove it? This is why I keep the camera rolling. I want to see everything, and I want y'all to see it too. So it ain't no confusion. I can just be me. I can do what I do, and I don't even gotta be around because they want to try to screw me. They screwing me like them screw worms up in Texas, man. But I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna be the apprentice. I'm like Trump. I'm the apprentice right now. Trump went from Hollywood to being the president. So why I can't go from streaming to being, yeah. Why I can't go from being a streamer to being a CEO or being the next sensation, that gets that opportunity to, let it be over with, finally, and just grow and get it together, man. Like, it been so many years, my own my father really, he going through similar, that's why I'm like, I learned from him. He worked his whole life, but child support, it took everything. So he has nothing right now, like, and I feel sorry because I'm the child that
Location of the iPad, location of
made
the
that
iPad.
man suffer. Even though I didn't ask to be here, but I asked for him to get off child support, like no other kid. I did, because I was sad for my dad that he couldn't get his life together, ended up on drugs and addictions. That's why I be trying not to, indulge and fall into my endeavors. But it's like, listen, I got to do something. I got to get this thing off the ground, ripping and running it. I love it. It's like, it works for me now. This is what gives me the love and respect that I deserve, because any other time I would just be invisible. Nobody would even know I exist or know that I was left, because I got left for dead. So, this is society. in today, you know, and how we living, you know. People is attacking left and right. People you even living with, you gotta watch now. You know, we see families. Like that guy in New York, you know, the Jamaican guy, he killed his niece over an inheritance, over something that wasn't even his. It was just something that might have been, you know, in his possession. But it's like, dude, you killed your niece? That's sick. You know, I can't believe, like, when I see some of these stories, and then there was a woman in Florida at the gun range. I was talking about that last night, how she shot her own son. It's just like some of this stuff, man, and then shot herself, bro. Imagine that, killing your son and then turning the gun on yourself and then, bow, you're done. You know, it's like, what else can you do? They selling you pain and poverty, man. You know, they want to see you lose. They want to see you win. I promise. Because if they did, they would have been there. They would have never left you in the beginning. They would have been there to lead you on the whole way and cheer you on and support, just like every other family does when they see somebody winning or getting that notoriety and, you know, they becoming a creator. But it's addicting. It's like, you can't just stop. You can't just streaming the way I do nonstop every day, you know, researching views, putting the time in to, you know, try to make sure I come up here and be, you know, the beautiful person that God want me to be. That soul, that spirit, that energy, you know, that's the only thing that I try to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it gets misconstrued, and now people thinking that, you know, it's an attack. And I used to think like that too, but it's like, you got to understand your rights. So many Americans just don't know their rights in public. And it's scary because I'm risking my life. Like, you seen that guy, he got into a confrontation. All he doing is, you know, taking pictures and recording. And then, you know, another guy want to try to hurt him and try to tell him to delete the picture out the phone and walking up on him and putting hands in the face. And it's just like, we going too far. It's getting too deep. You know what I'm saying? I could see if you're doing something wrong, you're doing crimes, why you won't want to be recorded. But if you're just doing your job, like, why are you even so distraught and, you know, so against, you know, people doing what they're doing? It's like, this what this is for? You know, how can they try to make restrictions or try to make ramifications when it comes to me, but then anybody else, they can be doing the same thing, you would never know. But it's only because I'm being upfront. And, you know, I'm going, I guess, for broke, you know, so they look at me like, you know, they don't want to see me next up, man. I'm telling you, bro. We've been going almost 2 hours there. Might need to go for 3 the way they got me in here, but shit. Let me see. I have to work on this one. Time is it? Time be going so quick, you know, when you were streaming. It's like you ain't got enough time in the world to really do what you need to do.